forward. This practical, fast-track setup guide for UAE is written, compiled, and intended for a diverse scope of investors and business owners who are either already living and working in Dubai and wanting to set up their own operation in one of the UAE's multiple free zones, as well as for those who are researching the market terms and conditions from outside the UAE. Our ebook includes everything you need to know about establishing a small company in a Northern Emirates, Ras Al Khaimah, Ajman, Sharjah, Fujairah Free Zone. In addition, we give you also valuable information on existing Dubai and Abu Dhabi free zones, which on average are 50 to 60% more expensive to set up with and usually geared towards larger corporations with already globally established business operations. One interesting thing about Dubai, UAE, is the fact that if you ask 10 people about the same subject, you get at least 20 diametrically opposed answers and opinions. Small investors who wish to do a cost-effective setup many times rely on information and advice obtained from people who do not specialize in this area of business and only provide hearsay information, which can lead to a number of wrong investment decisions or total confusion. The aspiring entrepreneur is therefore advised to seek as much relevant information from government authorities directly or study information given in investment and setup guides such as this. For those who are not yet familiar with the sometimes peculiar ways of doing business in this part of the world, and also do not want to outsource the whole process of setting up a consulting company, they need to be prepared to offset tight budgets with patience, persistence, and time. For any kind of setup, a lot of paperwork and legwork has to be done. Although Dubai and Abu Dhabi pride themselves on their growing number of e-government portals and services, this is definitely not yet true for Northern Emirates. And even in Dubai, the most advanced emirate in terms of infrastructure and IT, a lot of paperwork still has to be processed through visiting the relevant government office in person and printing out everything that has been applied for online. Northern Emirates free zones are the only free zones that offer a cost-effective e-office business setup solution with full business license, 3-year residence visa, and the option to open a corporate bank account. This minimal business setup is becoming increasingly attractive for small companies, freelancers, and investors who just want to test the waters without spending a huge budget up front. Word of caution: the small business entrepreneur who wishes to handle his own setup will often be faced with conflicting or fractured information given by authorities themselves. Transparency and competence levels still need to be improved. Forms and fees change often, which results in increased red tape and time needed to complete a task.